to mold into good raid players. You don't just have good raid players right off the bat, unless you get really lucky. That happens.
That's why we didn't. I'm pretty sure that's why we didn't get the boss night. It's because you demoralized the raid player.
I actually had to mute you at Xavius.
I see your point. I totally do.
Like, every time we wiped, I tried to keep saying, I said, don't call anyone out, don't get upset, just keep going. And every time someone would die, you would get upset and you'd start talking about them dying during the fight, causing other people to fuck up and not be able to concentrate. Like,
I get
during a fight is not the time to start calling out people's mistakes. You shouldn't be calling out people's mistakes at all, except for on the very first few pulls, just so that they know they're doing something wrong. At that point, once we've done 5, 6, 7 attempts, people know if they're fucking up. They know when they fucked up. There's not much they can do. And 90% of the time, when people are fucking up, the reason they're fucking up is because there's someone screaming in their ear on Discord and they can't focus.
Yeah, I get that. I fucked up tonight, okay? I fucked up tonight. I tried, but tonight I couldn't keep it up. And the reason why I cracked is because all of the things I said earlier. You understand what I'm saying? I fucked up tonight. I'm impatient. I was impatient tonight. I'm really tired. I get it. I fucked up. My attitude was shit.
This is what happened, okay?
But I can't really keep this for myself. The whole fucking... Okay, I understand you guys want me to be nice, but nobody ever listens when we give advice about the guild. You don't listen to us.
I'm listening. I know exactly what you're saying, and it would be nice if... Trust me, there's nothing that I would love more than to just kick everyone out of the guild except for our top 15 players.
I don't want that. I want to keep the players that show up, that log in, that show effort, dedication. But if they don't care and they're inactive or whatever the fuck, I don't want them in here. They're a waste of space and they're bad. I don't want that. You understand?
From now on, get an invite to Heroic. You have to be Mythic ready. We're only going to be inviting people to Heroic that are going to be helping us for Mythic. If you're not part of our Mythic team, you don't come to Heroic.
I mean, there's the other side of the coin where people are just outright bad men.
If we do that, we leave the guild because they're going to be like, oh, now I'm not part of the Heroic team, blah, blah, I just want to farm Heroic, like whatever they have to say. And it's just, and then if we start like doing like a group 2 type thing, people probably aren't going to like that either, because then they're just going to be struggling on Heroic with other people like them. I suppose that it wouldn't really be that bad.
And Webb, I see you say, okay, you say we got further and further every try. That is not true.
No, that is not true, man.
I beg to differ. Okay, first try, 35%. Everything was good. Okay, 3 tries after this, fucking 60% wipes. Then we got her back to 30%, and then again 50, 40, 60% wipes all night. And then another 35%, and then, whoa, a 19%. That's what happened tonight. We didn't progress. We wasted time. That's how I see it.
The last few attempts were going really good.
That was 2 attempts, though. I just want you guys to know this. That was 2, okay? I understand you said... It's cool that we got her down to 19%, but it took way too long for no reason. And that was 2 attempts because we wiped so many times for stupid reasons. Well, and nobody called anything out. You were playing Mr. Nice Guy.
This is true, okay? When we had pause last time and we had the Vantis rune and we 4-healed it, we had 10% more damage. That means if we had got the boss to 10% tonight with this group, it would have been dead with last week's group. We had a 2.5% damage buff from the Vantis rune. We had a 5 to 7% damage buff from the extra player, and we had about a 5% damage buff from having pause. It was like a 12% damage buff last week compared to this week.
And also, one thing, I get your point. I get we got lower DPS.
Means in the feral, man.
But, dude, You're being so passive and so nice. You never want to blame anyone because you're so scared. I hate this because I feel the need to call people out because you won't. You won't do it.
During a raid is not the time to call people out.
After
the logs, you look at the logs after the night is over, and then you look and you say, okay, next week I will not bring this person because they are shit. During a raid is not a time to start bitching someone out for sucking, and at that point we can't switch people out anyways. It's just like, you know what I mean? 15 minutes left in the raid. Okay, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You guys are out. You suck. And we're calling the raid anyways.
That's not what I'm saying. You are way better at telling people than me. That's why I don't want to do it. But when people fuck up, you can just say their name and say, dude, you did that wrong. Can you do that right? You only did this at the end of the raid. Stop cutting me, please. You only did this at the end of the raid to the shaman. But there was so many people fucking up. And you just always said, oh, it's nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault. But it clearly was some people's fault. And there's nothing wrong with telling them that they're doing something wrong. But I can't do that calmly. You need to do that. And nobody does it. And then I lose my patience. I'm trying to shut the fuck up.
Every swarm phase, there was 5 people dying.
Well, exactly. And there were always the same fucking ones, too. I don't know if you noticed.
Very well, go look. Like I said, this is why you look at the logs, you see. If it's the same exact people that died early on every time, then you know, don't bring those people.
If you think about it, the human psychology, if you call somebody out, he's gonna get ashamed and he's gonna try even harder next time, so you need to do that.
Exactly.
Like if you call me, I'm gonna be fucking ashamed that I'm a fucking pleb and I'm gonna try harder not to die next time, so you need to start calling people out.
But you see,
he's absolutely right.
That what you're saying right there, some people, there's 2 ways they can react to this. Either they want to get better or they get defensive about it. And if you get defensive about it, you know when someone's at its limit or they don't want to get better. And that's where you can see and pick, this guy won't improve and this guy will because he kept trying harder.
Exactly.
You know?
Basically, we don't want to bring that shaman healer again. I never realized how bad he was. I don't know why I didn't even look at it. I was just like, oh yeah, shaman healer, this will be fine. Like I was like, oh, he's 860, he must be half decent, but no, he's just doesn't really know what he's doing at all.
He was just standing there and casting one spell every 2 seconds, man. You can't do that. Even if there's nothing to heal, he needs to start damaging, like casting lava bursts and flame shocks.
Yeah.
It's fucking unacceptable to stand idle in a mythic raid. You need to do anything, something.
Yeah, shaman.
You see what I'm saying? Even if you don't have anything to cast, you start casting dots on the boss, start casting solar rats and shit.
I mean, it's common sense, man. I don't...
No, it's not. It's not common sense. People are just dumb.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, honestly,
it is common sense. People are stupid. People are stupid. Common sense is used by people that are not stupid. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When you have nothing to heal, nothing to do, but you have a spell on your bar, common sense would tell you, I should press this shit.
Yeah.
But an idiot will be too scared to press it in case he fucks up. People need more self-esteem. And good players have some good self-esteem. And they don't give a shit what other people tell them. They will just get better. Bad players, on the other hand, will get defensive. And they will not improve because they don't want to. They think they're better than anybody. They're close-minded.
Fucking just hate this game because fucking hate the shitty people that play it and don't learn how to do good DPS. Like, there's probably so many people that are just winging their rotation. They're in Mythic and they don't even know how the fuck their rotation this actually does or something. I'm sure of it.
Yeah. And you're right.
People are not trying it. It's hard. It's really hard to see who's actually trying. Like you can see, it's pretty easy to see which players are quite a bit better than others. Like it's pretty easy to spot a good player from a bad player by looking at
And
just.
I'll give you one example that's really dumb. It's not about DPS, but you know, some classes like rogues have like spells like Tricks of the Trade, which reverses aggro on the person you target. You'll see 90% of the people that have spells like this will not use them because they're too focused on doing their shitty rotation. But if they become focused, like on Elginath, they will not use it because they want to do more DPS. But good players will notice that they did something wrong. Bad players will not, and they will keep, no, I'm not bad, you're bad, fuck you, you're a retard, I'm leaving. That's the bad player getting defensive about shit. If you're a good player, you're gonna accept you fucked up, and you're gonna improve and use that spell next time.
Well, one thing about that though is that like good players can even take constructive criticism, but when you're flipping out on them and stuff, like even good players will get defensive.
I got it. That I fucked up tonight. I totally agree on that. I really fucked up, and that's why people need to tell me to shut the fuck up sometimes. And there's nobody doing it. I'm completely aware. People need to be rough. Like, people need to be blunt at me. They need to tell me to shut the... Like, talk to me like I'm talking to those people. Jesus fucking Christ.
3 times during the raid, I told you to stop talking.
Yeah, but you're not being a dick enough. You know?
I mean, I don't do it because I don't get offended by anyone. I don't care what anyone says.
Like, if
That's
you're
why.
really on the verge of breaking your fucking, I don't know, I was gonna say controller, but it doesn't work, your keyboard, because I'm so fucking annoying, then just fucking say it and be blunt about it. I won't just
take notes,
fucking
man.
G-quit. I'm not the fucking pussy. I can take that. Just, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm gonna, alright,
I need
man.
to take notes from you, like to tell you when to shut the fuck up. Yeah.
I think the only time you should ever be talking is on fights that you're doing specific calls. Other than that, it's the same with everyone. Everybody should just completely shut the fuck up. It wasn't just you, Billy. Other people were breaking the chat rules too. Some people, when they died, they were like, "Oh man, I died." While they're clogging up their only line of communication.
Yeah,
No, I died. Like during when I'm trying to fucking say something.
yeah. But seriously, you remember that time in Hellfire Citadel where it was so fucking annoying? I was even annoying to myself, and Ezekiel, I think, came out and said, "Dude, I'm gonna have to ask you to shut the fuck up because you're really fucking annoying." He told me that way, and I didn't fucking G-quit. I didn't fucking get salty about it. I was like, "Alright, man, I'm gonna shut up." That's it, and the rest of the night went well. Sometimes I don't I don't realize I'm being so fucking annoying, okay? And you gotta
It's
tell
not
me.
that. This is the thing that you do that you need to stop doing. You need
Yeah.
to stop.
I can't do it by myself though. I need help from like you. Just tell me.
You
shut
need
the fuck
help
up.
from
Okay.
web.
What?
You need help from web.
I need help from somebody because seriously, you see, I'm not self-aware about that. I just get over myself.
As soon as something goes wrong, you start bitching, and that's the problem. As soon as something goes wrong, our whole raid goes to shit, because as soon as something goes wrong, Pillar turns into a total asshole and everyone gets ticked off. That's what
Yeah,
happens.
and you
That's
see,
why if a raid goes really good, it goes really good, but as soon as one of our raids take a dip, you start bitching and everything goes to shit.
I haven't done that in a while though. Tonight was
And probably
really fucking bad. Tonight was really fucking bad.
Like, almost every night someone complains about your attitude.
Well, so, the last 2 weeks, sorry, but I was really nice, in my opinion. If you got a problem with my attitude in the last 2 weeks, you're just being really fucking soft.
I don't have a problem, but other people do. Well,
What did I do? What did I do in the last 2 weeks that triggered anybody? Because honestly, I was being super fucking nice in the last 2 weeks.
nothing really. That's what I was saying. It was going good those weeks, so you had no reason to
Yeah.
bitch. As soon as something.
No, I had reasons to bitch. Because I was trying and everything was going well in my life. But right now, some shit's going down. I'm more impatient, I'm more angry, and I'm really tired. And I get really impatient and irritated.
Yeah, but see, the thing was, you didn't understand this. Tonight, we had a way less good group than last time. No Vantis Rune, and we had way less experienced people. It was progression for some people. There's half of our raid, about 7 people, had never done that boss. That was their first 10 times. And you getting on their ass after the first 2 wipes, bitching and being like, we had this on firm, you guys fucking suck, like, that's not helping.
Yeah, you're right, I'm not denying that. I was being a complete dickhead. And I regret it, seriously, because being in the state I was last week, I wouldn't have done that. And I really, like, I would have been worse, because I'm really trying to improve. And seriously, tonight, I would have, if I was the way I was before, I would have been way worse, and that would have been terrible. But I seriously.
Do you think we should bring people with the head of the curve achievement to Mythic? Because there's no way we can down the first boss on Mythic if they haven't done it on fucking Heroic.
Anyways, that's it for my ramblings, and I hope people understand what I mean, and yeah, how I think.
You really just gotta stop bitching about stuff, especially during Mythic progression. Like, just because we downed that boss before, like I said, like, our group tonight was a way worse group.
Yeah, it was.
And not only that,
but
people had less experience.
One thing, though, I don't like you to say in Mythic progression, implying I always bitch on Mythic progression, because that is not true at all. For example, last Sunday on Elarethi, we wiped all night, didn't kill anything. Yet, I was being super fucking nice. I didn't bitch once. I kept telling people they did a good job.
But the thing is,
tonight was an exception. I won't do that again. I'm just not feeling well today, especially.
Tonight, yes, we killed the boss last time very easily, but like I said, we had fucking Vantis runes, we had pause, we had, instead of a really shitty healer, we had a DPS. Like, our DPS in that group was 12% higher.
Yeah, but Ventus runes are only at 2.5% damage increase. That shouldn't be that shouldn't influence that fucking much.
No, but this is what I'm saying. Okay, having, instead of that healer who's doing 0% of the damage of the raid's damage, you could have another DPS who would be doing 7% of the raid's damage, right?
Yeah. Totally.
And then you have your Vantis rune for the 2.5% of the raid's damage. You're already up to 10% more damage like that, and Pause was about 3% above. He was like 10% of the raid's overall damage, where most other DPS were like 7%. So you add him in there too, that's about 12% more DPS we had just from those 3 minor things. Just Vantis rune, a really good player, and DPS instead of a shit healer.
Again, I'm sorry about tonight. I really am, okay? I'm not gonna be that way again. It's just, I don't know, man. Tonight wasn't a good night for me. That's all.
And maybe people won't leave the guild before next raid because of that. Like, if it's people's first time doing a mythic boss, like, they don't. I just wish you had understood that sooner, that it was actually progression, because half of the people in the group had never done it before. Not only was it progression for half the group, we had a way less geared group than we had last time when we downed it.
And well, I've been going on for an hour, and I don't see how my explanations weren't enough to clarify it's not always that those 2 people that left were clearly not understood. Maybe they were, but they're not speaking and listening. Whatever.
Anyways, I don't really care because we can get it Thursday very easily, and I didn't really want to do only Spider Boss all Thursday. It would have been really discouraging to just wipe on Spider Boss all Thursday.
It wouldn't have been. On the contrary, it would have been cool because it will, since nobody ever killed it, it would actually feel like super important progression for our guild. You know? Anyways, whatever, man. If you guys don't want me in your raid group anymore, I can always just leave and do something else. I mean...
I'm not sure if we're going to end up being able to kill the Spider Boss this week, because it'd be hard finding pubs that'll do 20 to 30 wipes. These people in the guild, the people who we try to bring tonight, can't do Mythic Alaran for all. They couldn't even do Mythic Nathaniel. So...
would it be better off without me in the group?
No, because then we'd be even more fucked. We wouldn't have any fucking DPS.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I don't feel... And nobody else is talking. Like, nobody else talking to me. They're just listening and talking to my back. I wish people would stand up like Webb did and talk to me, confront me, not just fucking be dickheads and complain in my back. I can take it. I'm talking to you guys this way is because you guys can talk to me this way. I'm not an idiot either. Like I don't know, man.
More so than progressing far, at this point in the expansion, what matters is just having enjoyable raids where people aren't going to leave, because like the longer the expansion goes on, the better it's going to get. We're already one of the fucking top guilds on our realm, and the thing is, we're also one of the newest guilds. Like we got 1 out of 7 mythic before Goat Squad did, and they were around for like a year before we started our guild, and we passed them. There's no reason like why we have to fucking we don't have to push the progression too hard at this point. If we push the progression too hard and we get people burnt out and we're always fucking stressed at raids, we're not going to make it through the second tier of raiding. The guild's just going to fall apart. It's not going to be worth putting back together if it falls apart. And if we make it through that, all these other guilds, all these other fucking 7 out of 7 heroic guilds, they're going to fucking fall apart, and then we'll get the members we need to do real mythic progression. But if the guild falls apart before then, we're not getting anywheres.
I don't know, man. I just wish people would talk to me.
I can't always talk to you so candidly because, like, when I talked earlier, I felt the need to raise my voice greatly. My girlfriend's trying to sleep.
I don't know. I just feel like shit right now. And it's not the first time, man. I hate it because I can't, like, sometimes I just feel like I can't control my fucking anger. And it's so fucking annoying because nobody tries to stop me, and I know, like, I need you guys. Like, I consider you guys my friends, and I hope you guys consider me as a
Apparently
friend
this guy's
too.
gonna guild quit or something because we got slightly too stressed out tonight. The reason why I got fucking stressed out is because you wouldn't fucking stop fucking bitching people out. Nobody would stop bitching people out and saying shit. I just wanted people to just fucking forget about everything and just let me call the fucking instructions.
Dude, I got it, okay?
Who's messaging you?
I know, Azure and I should have never fucking invited these guys, because I know it's like 3 or 4 friends, and as soon as it doesn't work out for one of them, then they're all gone, and there's like 5 people gone at once. Jesus.
Yeah, it was a group of 3 people. It was worth trying them out. They're decent players. It's just that they are not looking for this environment, I guess.
Well, it's not supposed to be this environment. It's supposed to be a relaxed environment, but Pillar keeps fucking making it into a stressful environment. I keep saying, just fucking don't get angry. Just keep trying. People are still learning. I'm like, as I'm saying this, Pillar's like, what the fuck, you died? Like, and then everyone else
I've been over this already, dude. We've been over this. It's fine, okay? You don't need to go over that again. It's seriously just, I don't know. It discourages me. Like, you don't need to accuse me. I got it. I got the message. I think we all know why they left. Okay.
Anyways, I don't really care. We're gonna fucking down. We'll down Mythic Ninth Andrew this Thursday, but after that, we're gonna have to. Actually, I don't even care. It's fine if those guys left. Boom Banana was actually complete shit. He was one of the guys that was performing like shit tonight. I just didn't want to call him out on it.
Anyways,
No, we lost 2 shitlords. What's the big deal?
the big deal is that you don't think really they were shitlords. You're just angry at it. And you're really the only thing you're angry at is me. And you're really fucking angry at me, and I know it.
No, I'm not angry. I'm not really angry at you. I'm kind of angry at these people in a way, but I'm not angry at anything. I'm just saying, like, you just have to stop bitching. Like, things will happen as it happens. You're telling me, oh, you just gotta kick these people out of the guild. Like, you don't understand that you just can't just... It's a very delicate balance to keep a raiding guild.
Macro still?
Did you really?
Yeah, dude. I actually gave like a real explanation before I posted it, but then I did it, so it doesn't full. Okay, that's all I care about, man. Stop recording.